Long before kingdoms rose and fell, before drums sang under the moonlight and warriors danced with fire, there was only the sky and the earth, husband and wife, breath and bone. From their union were born two children, Nyambe, the golden-eyed god of the sun, and Luma, the silver-veiled goddess of the moon. They were twins, but not alike. Nyambe's skin shimmered like hot bronze, his laughter carried like thunder across the plains. He walked the sky with a lion's stride, his arms wide enough to embrace the whole savanna. He forged time, order, and truth. Luma, on the other hand, moved like a whisper. Her eyes held stars in their depths. Where she walked, dreams bloomed, and secrets coiled beneath tree roots. Her skin bore patterns like the night sky, always shifting. She was the keeper of magic, of spirits, of the unknown. Together, they gave rhythm to the world. Day and night. Reason and emotion. Clarity and mystery. Their harmony created Nyambe, the land of mortals, rich in golden grasslands, red deserts, towering baobabs, and glistening rivers that whispered old stories. And in this land, they made people. The people of Nyambe thrived. Nyambe taught them how to till the land and build with stone and fire. He showed them how to follow the stars and read the sun's path. He gifted them the zuba, a sacred drum that echoed with power when struck at dawn. Luma came to them in dreams. She taught them how to speak with the ancestors, how to listen to silence, how to brew medicine from song and shadow. She gifted them the iliolu, a crescent blade that could cut through lies and illusion. At first, both were honored equally. The people sang of both the bright lion and the silver serpent. But time wore on. Crops grew tall under the sun. Hunters returned safe by Nyambe's blessing. The people praised him with louder drums, brighter fires, higher temples. His image adorned walls. His name was chanted with every sunrise. Luma's shrines, hidden in groves and caves, slowly crumbled. Her priestesses grew old and died. Her name became something whispered, feared even, as the world turned practical and forgot wonder. And Luma saw. She did not rage at first. She watched. She mourned. She drifted in silence. But the silence grew into sorrow, and sorrow into wrath. On the eve of the long rains, when Nyambe was to be celebrated in a great festival, Luma appeared in the mortal realm. Not in whispers. Not in dreams. She came riding on a moon chariot drawn by ghostly antelope, her face veiled in starlight. The ground beneath her frosted. The elders' bones ached. Children cried in their sleep. In the sacred valley of Irenji, where her forgotten temple lay overgrown, she stood before the people and said, "You honor only the sun, but it is in the dark that your dreams live. I who hold the keys to the other side, I who watch over your ancestors, you have turned from me." Then she raised her hand, and the sky shimmered. The moon grew brighter and larger, day by day. Night no longer brought rest, it was a second, searing dawn. The crops, confused, refused to grow. Animals grew wild-eyed and turned against their handlers. Spirits stopped answering the drum. The moon no longer waxed and waned. It burned full and fierce, a silver twin sun. And so began the silver uprising. In his golden palace in the sky, Nyambe saw the imbalance. He descended in a blaze of fire, lions roaring at his heels. The people rejoiced at first, thinking he had come to save them. He found Luma cloaked in moonlight at the broken shrine. "Sister, you break the rhythm. The land suffers." The balance crumbles. So let it, Luma hissed, her voice a blade. Let them remember what they lost. A wave of silver light clashed with his golden aura. Thunder cracked. The ground split. The sky turned ash-gray. Thus began the war of the twin gods. The heavens became a battlefield. Nyambe summoned the Jiri-hawks, solar spirits with wings of flame, whose cries scorched the air. Luma summoned the Nkara owls, silent hunters that turned warriors mad with forgotten memories. They clashed over mountaintops and across the great lake Ngozi, whose waters boiled for 100 days. Luma summoned Nkolozi, the eclipse serpent, whose coils could strangle light itself. Nyambe called forth the fire griots, spirits of truth who sang stories so loud they shattered illusions. Mortals could only hide, watching the day turn to dusk and the moon burn red. Dreams turned to nightmares. The spirits of ancestors wailed between worlds, unable to reach their descendants. The drums of the land fell silent. All balance was lost. Deep in the forest of Ekora, the great baobab of origins stood, the first tree to grow when the world began. There, the elder gods gathered, Oya, goddess of storms and breath, who walked with wind in her hair, Bamba, the calm river father whose eyes held eons, and Anansi, the spider of stories, who wove fate itself. Anansi proposed a tale. Not one of victory, but of reminder. He spun a giant web from the dreams of mortals and cast it into the sky. It trapped both siblings mid-battle, freezing them in a shimmering eclipse. Bound in the tale, the gods saw their reflection, Nyambe's blazing pride, Luma's bitter longing. They remembered why they were made. Not to rule, but to balance. And so they wept. Their tears rained across Nage, healing wounds, soothing beasts, bringing rest to restless spirits. They descended together and spoke to the people. We are two halves of one whole. One reveals. One conceals. But both guide. The people rebuilt Luma's shrine beside Nyambe's temple. Not grander, not smaller, equal. A new ritual was born, Kupatana, the coming together. Every eclipse, people wear gold and silver, dance in silence as the light dims, then erupt in song as balance is restored. The Zuba drum is struck at dawn. The Ilyalu blade is drawn under moonlight. Ancestors are honored, and both gods are praised. Children are taught not to fear shadow or worship only the light, but to see in both the beauty of balance. Even now, elders sit by fires and tell wide-eyed children. When sun and moon kiss in the sky, remember, they are not fighting. They are dancing. Kindly like, share, comment and subscribe for more African folktales and turn on post notification so you don't miss out on our amazing content. Thank you. The end.